Welcome to the June 2nd Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. At this time, I'd like to have the secretary call the roll, please.
Nick Alexander.
Here.
Olive Bailey.
Here.
Jason Blessinger is absent. Renee Bruoviak is absent. Kevin Hernandez.
Here.
Sandra Pollock-Cushing.
Here.
Regina Suchek.
Here.
And Jeff Short is absent tonight.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to have Commissioner Cushing lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item on the agenda is public comments, but before we go into public comments, will the secretary please read the procedures for addressing the Parks and Recreation Commission tonight?
Citizens addressing the commission during public comment are asked to approach the podium and are limited to 3 minutes unless extended by the chair. It must be regarding items not listed on the agenda and are within the city's jurisdiction. The Brown Act does not permit any action or discussion on items not listed on the agenda. No action will be taken on items addressed under public comment.
Thank you. At this time, I will open the hearing for public comments. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the commission under public comments? Hearing none, I will close public comments. Next item on the agenda is the approval of minutes. Have the commissioners had a chance to look at the minutes? If so, I would entertain a motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Okay. Next item on the agenda is CO61, the Neighborhood Park Master Plan. And Tara, would you please take it away?
I'd be glad to. Good evening. I'm Tara G., your Park Planning and Development Manager. Tonight we are here to review the master plan for CO61, a neighborhood park. It is a 6-acre site located off of Ashbrook Street, immediately south of Crimson Ridge Park in the Campus Oaks area. The budget, after considering soft costs, which include permitting, architectural, engineering, inspection, is about $1.2 million. Before I go on, I wanted to remind you of our funding discussion in February about how funds are collected for neighborhood parks. Neighborhood park funds for park development are collected when a building permit is pooled for each house. The combined fees collected create a plan area neighborhood park fund. These funds are to be applied to the neighborhood parks within that specific area. Unfortunately, we cannot use monies that are collected in other areas to augment the park fund in another area. So whatever's collected in that area stays within that area. Campus Oaks is nearly built out of residential homes. The residential area is shown on this picture in yellow, circled in yellow. There's only one area that is yet to be built. As funds are collected during the construction of those residential units, since funds are collected when we build the residential units, once they are built, there are no additional funding that is available. So once that top right corner is built out, all of the funds potentially to be collected are collected already. So augmenting the park fund within that neighborhood area, once all the homes are built, would be very difficult and challenging. With the current cost of construction, this leaves parks moving forward underfunded, since funding or the cost of construction has risen so much. In the days where we had finance plans, the costs were estimated at $300,000 to $350,000 an acre, and today's costs for construction are now averaging around $800,000 an acre. With the need to build parks now, once the remaining area of this is built, it may be possible to come back and build more, depending on what the bid prices are. And just for reference, the area that's circled in white represents commercial area within the Campus Oaks Campus Oaks plan area, and the small orange circle on the bottom is CO61. Public outreach included a virtual workshop held in August of 2024. 30 residents attended. A second public workshop was held in person, and it was offered in October of 2024, where 17 residents attended. This slide shows the rough sketch that was presented and reviewed by those attending that second meeting. The sketch was refined based on comments received, and a 2-week write-in period opened in early May 2025 and closed in mid-May. 7 residents commented with overall support for the plan. The main comment was to ensure that we constructed the play area, especially since Crimson Ridge Park, a passive park, and Campus Oaks Park, a citywide park, focused on a variety of other recreation features and did not include a children's play area. Combined, these 3 parks will serve a variety of experiences for all generations. Within the Campus Oaks plan area, these 3 parks are located within blocks of one another, ensuring easy access to whichever recreation feature activity that you would like to participate in. The proposed master plan includes a children's play area, a swing area, picnic, a half-court for basketball, grass areas, and undeveloped spaces with natural trails that transition into the adjacent open space. Pockets of landscaping along the street frontage are also planned, as well as a bike trail connection. These basic features combined exceed the park's initial budget. As with other recent park master plans that you've seen, the design identifies a menu of features to be included in the initial construction should budget allow. These amenities will be considered based on the bids received. The menu of add alternative features includes shade over the play area and picnic area. So if you could click that, we'll circle that. There you go, thank you. The swing area, half court for basketball, grass areas, the paved bike trail connection. There you go, thank you. So should we receive bids, we will be able to consider some of these features based on the bid prices that are provided. So what are our next steps? If approved tonight, we will seek council approval of the master plan. We will then, based upon the council's approval, begin construction document preparation and target construction to start in the spring of 2026. The action being sought tonight is the approval of the CO61 Neighborhood Park Master Plan and forward it to the City Council for formal approval pending environmental clearance. This concludes my presentation. I stand ready to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Tara. At this time, I'd like to open it to the public. If there's anybody that would like to address this item, we'd be glad to hear you. However, seeing nobody wants to address this to the public, we'll bring it back to the commission. And the commission have any questions for Tara? Start down here with Kevin, perhaps.
No questions.
I have a couple questions, actually. Are there any components in here that are a duplicate of Crimson Ridge as the base, kind of the base bid elements?
Only grass.
Only grass, okay. And anything that's missing from the base that you would say you would want as part of this? Or is,
No, well, with the comments, and I do agree that the play area should be the focus and included in the base bid.
right, okay. So nothing you feel like is missing, so to speak. Yeah, okay. And then the other question was, I noticed that there are the post and cable fences on top of the berm. Kind of what's the intent of those?
Well, below the open space on the south end is a number of detention basins, and during the public workshops, the residents were concerned that the children would go beyond that and find
Okay.
themselves in that. So it's just a visual demarcation of
Gotcha.
don't go further.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Since you already said the master plan is underfunded, is the 1.2 million based on soft costs from today, or is this projected for when the building starts in spring 2026?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. The soft costs have already been taken out, so the 1.2 million estimated budget is for hard construction. There's always a chance that prices go up by the time we bid next year.
And then if there is an increase, what would get taken away from the park, or how would we balance that out if it ends up being 1.5 million when construction starts in the spring?
Well, it depends, and that's why we are doing the menu style. Our
Okay.
hope is that the base bid is 1.2 or less, and if we do receive a bid for the base bid for 1.2, then unfortunately, some of the other features that we showed in this slide that are circled will have to be deferred to another day.
I wanted to ask about the nature trails and how they're like going to connect to the play structure. And I see that they're like in the undeveloped area, but also the new bike trail as well. I was wondering how the nature trails would work when they connect to the play structure, when there's also that cable fence and stuff.
Yeah, the post and cable doesn't go around the entire area, so some of them will end up being what you call horse trails or dog trails. Most of the access, though, the formal access, will come off of Ashbrook Drive and the adjacent road next to it. So most of that, if people are using the trail, they're using it to walk through the open space.
Okay. And also, I think we should prioritize the bike trail. I feel like connecting it to the existing one would be really helpful because I know people go on walks and stuff. So that's just my opinion. I think that one should be prioritized.
Thank you, I appreciate the comment.
Thank you. While we're running short of construction funds, I think it's very important that you share with the public how these parks are maintained through the specific planning process, if you would, please.
Yeah, that's a good question, Nick. So what happens is these new planning areas has what's called a Community Facilities District for Service. And so everyone who lives in that area pays an assessment through your county tax rolls, and the assessment pays for neighborhood park maintenance as well as major streetscape maintenance. So where you have collector roads, where you have streetscapes or landscape areas, as well as medians. Those are included in the Community Facilities District for Service. So those two, there's more authorized services, but those are two big ones, at least as they affect our building of parks. And really, we look at how many people are living in a home, and that's part of what builds the development funds, but also how many people are living in a home also contributes to the maintenance of those parks we build. So we balance both as growth happens.
I think that's very important for the public to understand that, we have a good mechanism to maintain our parks. Do commissioners have any other questions for staff?
I have one really quick one. The nature trails, are they intended to be purely contained within this park, except for the connections it makes to the bike trail, or are they going to, at some point, connect to a wider nature trail beyond the boundaries?
The nature trails will be part of the park, although I do see that probably on the south side there may be some that happen. You can see in this slide, thank you, that those dark areas that are kind of faded out, those are detention basins. And so there's not a lot of walking that can happen through that area. So it'll probably end up being close to the dark black line and more within the park.
Okay, so it's not going out to connect to a wider nature trail system within the city?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions for staff? Okay, hearing none. At this time, is there a motion to approve the master plan for go.
I motion.
Okay. I thought you had another question.
No.
All right, is there a motion to approve the master plan for CO 61?
One. I can first. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None. Okay, next item on the agenda is trail abration 2025.
Good evening, Commissioners. I'm Eric Dexter, Parks and Natural Resources Superintendent. I'm here tonight to provide an adventure to be had for all of you, our third annual Trailibration, self-guided opportunity for a good time. Trailibration, what is Trailibration? It's come and check it out. There's 50 miles of our trail system that are growing. It's starting now through September 20th, which will end at our Family Fall Fest. There's 12 locations throughout the city for people to check out the trails, natural trails, and parks as they go along the system of trails. The partnership, this is an event that's a partnership with Public Works and Park Recreational Libraries to encourage healthy and wellness in all the community. 11 of the 12 trails are access for all. The one that isn't is a natural trail, and so there's just limited opportunities for some. We encourage people to learn about all the trail systems along with this, learning about the natural areas that are along these trails. One thing that we've done to help have people educate themselves about the areas that are along the trails is adding interpretive signs along some of these trails to have a better understanding of not only the habitat that's there, but the animals that they may see as they go on this adventure. Part of this Trailibration is setting off this adventure to grab a passport for the trail system. And you have to print those out at your home. Once you have the passport and you're ready to go, the next thing you gotta do is find the sign, and you got it. Yeah, find the signs, and they'll have a little logo on the sign, and each sign has a unique logo. So there's 12 different logos as you go to each location, and so you just write down what the location is you found those. And we've also added another feature with the scavenger hunt. So Jill just passed out that little packet that has some of the 3 scavenger hunts that we have this year. That's just another opportunity for people to participate in a different way as they're out there looking for different things, looking for critters, looking for trees, different things, right? So once again, there's 3 different ones. It's a fun way just to look for nature as you're out there on the trails. We also brought back the interactive map. So one of the things on this next slide is the interactive map. So you go to our city website, and you can zoom into the different locations of where each sign is located, and that'll give you a guidance. So we try to spread these out throughout the entire city, so you get to experience different spots. We've done this for the last 3 years just to get people out all different areas of the city. Some trails we have used each year, and then other ones are brand new. So we try and mix it up throughout the city. This helps people locate them very easily. We also included one natural trail, like I spoke to earlier. We picked a different one this year. We have 3 current natural trails. We're adding another one later this year, so we'll have 4. But last year we did more of the central side of the city. This year it's more on the eastern side, which is called the Sierra Garden Natural Trail. It's off of Woodlake Lane, so you can go there and experience that trail. And here's an example of one of our interpretive signs that you may see out there when you're walking about, and it'll give you some information about what's out there. And I spoke to this a little bit earlier, but at the conclusion of the Trailibration, you bring your completed passport that you've filled out to the Vernon Street Town Square or Royer Park on the 20th between 2 and 5, and we'll have a booth set up. You can drop those passports off, and whether you've completed one or all 12 trails, you'll get a prize. So the prizes and giveaways, we have a variety of prizes, including spinners, water bottles, doggy bags, binoculars, and more to give away to all the participants. Additionally, this year, we're giving away shirts. You can see we're giving away 50 shirts to the community. We're going to give away 25 at the halfway point, July 20th, and then we're going to give away the other 25 at the very end at the closeout event. We also, at the closeout event, we'll do a raffle for a grand prize where several people are going to get an opportunity to get a family package to a future PRL event. As part of the registration, we have collected feedback this year. So one of the things that we've done this is the 3rd year of the event, and we've always struggled to really gain how many people from the community are actually participating because we never had a way. So this year we decided to do a registration. see how many people would do it, see how many people we get, and that's the hook was the shirts. If you register, you get an opportunity to get a free T-shirt. So so far, it started just on the 26th. We've had 95 registrations, but you can register not just for yourself, you can register for your family. So we've had 95 registrations, but 235 people that have actually registered so far, which I think is a good number to start with. So, and I wanted to just share, so part of the survey, if you haven't filled it out already, take an opportunity to do that. But it asks you some questions. Some of it's just your contact information, but then some of it's feedback you have for us. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that people are saying to the feedback they've given us so far. I'm super excited to do this challenge and explore. We love these events. We love being outside and exploring Roseville. Really great idea. Our family has started walking, and this is a good motivation. Great idea to help the community get active. And thank you for coordinating this family-friendly activity that can be completed at times that work for everybody. So that's one of the great things about this event. It's self-guided. You can do it as quick as you want. You can take your time. You can do it over weeks. You can do it over the next few months. You can do it kind of whenever at your leisure, but just kind of having a great opportunity to get outdoors, go on our trails, and check out the system that many people have told us over the last few years that it's been a great opportunity to experience new areas that they didn't even know were in Roseville. So that's been part of the event, and we hope you all are willing to participate. And anybody from the community is listening, feel free to go on the website and check it out and join Trailibration 2025.
Eric, at this time, if there's anybody in the public that would like to comment on Trailibration, we'd like to open it up for public comment. Hearing no public comment, we'll close the public comment and we'll bring it back here to the commission. Let's start on this side, if there's any questions of staff.
I don't have any questions, but when I go running and stuff, I do see like the signs and stuff. So you guys do a great job like putting it out there, and it's fun, yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love this. It's there's so much more to do and really engage families from all different ages, and I think this is a great way to get people just to go outside and explore. And how is this being advertised? Because I haven't seen much about it. And then also, is the only way to get the passport from home, or can you pick it up at the libraries? Can you get it at the utility center or any other places?
Yeah, currently it's just printing it out on your own.
So everybody has to. So what if you don't have a printer, or let's just
Yeah, we tried. We actually did that the last few years, and we didn't see a lot of success of people actually going in and picking them up. So we
Okay.
took the feedback and we're like, well, we're not getting a lot of people going to the library or some of these other locations to actually pick up the printed version.
Because I know, like, we have to go to the library to get the summer reading challenge papers, which just started today. So can you maybe add that paper with the summer reading challenge? Because it seems like, families that might want to do the summer reading challenge, be involved in some aspect of the city that way over the summer. Trailibration might go along with that, just for families that are involved in the city.
Yeah,
So
I'm
maybe
not
piggyback
sure.
on, anybody just going to the library over the summer, just, I know I'm going tomorrow to get the summer reading pass, so,
Yeah, we can talk to the team there and see if that's something we can look at.
yeah, or even just a sign, posted with the website on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, or a QR code screenshot that somebody can maybe take a picture of this, if there's a sign in the library. So, because I think the addition of this scavenger hunt is really, and the prizes is great. So, good job. But
Thanks.
that would be my only comment. So,
Appreciate that.
Nothing for me.
Kevin?
Yeah, has a QR code or anything ever been utilized for this, just as a way for people to tag themselves on social media or check in at the different trails and locations?
So I didn't mention that earlier, but all the signs that are out in the system do have a QR code on them, so you can scan in, and that's how you register, right? So the QR code takes you to the website so you can register, takes you to the map and all those locations.
But there's no way, so when people are on the trails, they can check in at the locations and share it to Parks and Rec social media, City of Roseville social media?
Like take a picture for Facebook or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
and be
something
like,
along those
hey,
lines.
we're here.
Yeah.
I'd have to look into that.
Just curious. I just thought it would be a great way too to even just claim a prize as well, like who had the most check-ins or who tagged themselves the
That's a good
most
idea.
on these trails or locations, and that could be a separate prize or something along those lines. Just because people are so social media savvy these days, but
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. One of the things that I ride my bike on the trails at Maidu, I see the storybook signs that you go along with your kids and you read the story along the way. I thought that was pretty clever. So I just want to commend staff for whoever thought of that one. That's a good one. Anybody else have any comments on this? There are no comments. This was a presentation, so there's no action that needs to be taken. Next thing we'll go to is item number 4, board commissioner comments and staff's comments.
I have just a few comments tonight. And first, I want to thank you all for your comments tonight, because it already sounds like Trailibration is going to be even better next year based on some of your suggestions tonight. And Nick, I do want to comment on the Story Walk. What you're seeing out at Maidu Park is called Story Walk. That's a national program that a lot of communities have, where a story is actually incorporated into nature. For those of you that don't know about it, it's along a trail, and there are several panels, and each panel is like the page of a book. So you can go along with your children and read the story. It promotes healthy activity, it promotes time in nature, and it promotes literacy. So parks, recreation, and libraries is just the perfect combination of what we do.
So true.
Yeah. I wanted to thank you all for your attendance at the Denio dedication on May 16th. Nick, I know that you so regretted not being able to be there.
However, I will say one daughter graduated cum laude, the other one magna cum laude.
Oh, my gosh. Well, congratulations on that. And that is, as we said last month, that's an excused absence for you. But the Denio dedication was just lovely and very, very well attended. Thank you to you, Kevin, and the Denio family for all your work to
thank you.
to make that such a special event. Sandra, you stole my thunder by talking about the summer reading challenge.
Sorry.
No, actually, you just queued me up. The library summer reading challenge does begin today. So glad that you're going to the library tomorrow, because families can pick up a reading log at any Roseville Public Library, and then by filling in their log, kids can earn prizes and be entered into a grand prize drawing. This Saturday is the Summer Reading Challenge kickoff event at Maidu Community Center from 10 a.m. to noon. The Roseville Aquatics Complex is open for the summer season, and right now it's only open on weekends, and beginning next Monday, it will be open daily through the summer. The spray grounds at Vernon Street Town Square and Crab Park are now open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Concerts on the square begin Saturday, June 21st, and these summer concerts are held on the third Saturday of each month through September. You might be wondering about Johnson Pool. Construction is finishing up at Johnson Pool, which has been completely renovated. You'll recall it was closed last summer for renovations, but it will be opening in the next few weeks. There's a couple of inspections yet to complete, so we don't have an opening date as of yet, but once we get that clearance, you're going to be receiving an invitation to a grand reopening event, and there likely won't be a lot of notice because we want to get the pool opened as quickly as possible after we get the clearance to open it. It's such a transformation. You're going to be very impressed with Johnson Pool. Applications are now available for those who want to participate in the 4th of July parade, and I think you may have received an email from Kathleen Beatty requesting judging at the 4th of July parade. Did you respond to that already? Yep. Great. And we will likely not have a commission meeting in July because our regular meeting date falls on Monday, July 7th, which is the tail end of the extended 4th of July weekend. So I know that you're probably making plans for that. If for some reason we need to meet, we'll get that notice out early so that we can ensure that we have a quorum. But right now we're planning on not meeting in July. That's all I have.
Commission have any comments? Kevin?
Just thank you again for everything in regards to Denio Family Park and just being so open and game for doing media before then. I know that was a busy couple of days, but I just want to say thank you so much. And I know that the Denio family as well extends their just deepest gratitude. They're very, very excited and couldn't be happier. So thank you.
Nothing for me.
I just wanted to let you know that my kids did the swim program last month. They were both in Water Wings up until last month, the swim program, and they've done private swim lessons each year, every summer at more expensive facilities, and told the swim staff that the goal was to get them out of Water Wings, and the two of them in the one class are out of Water Wings completely and completely confident around the water now. So it was life-changing, and for me as a parent, because now I don't have to worry quite as much, and they're eager to start Adventure Club summer camp next week. So.
No comments? I just have one comment. When I first became a Parks and Recreation Commissioner, the guy that was my chairman was Dave Uribe, and he recently passed away. And I just wanted to express our condolences to his family. I believe the funeral is this Friday at St. Rose Church. But Dave was my first chair as a commissioner, and learned a lot from him. All right, if there's no more comments from the commission, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you.